Hello, hello, welcome in everybody, and welcome back to more of the free trial completionist playthrough. Why does my closed caption thing look like it's not running? Hello? Yeah, through mic, aux, caption source, blah blah blah. Streams only, blah blah blah. Okay, it looks like it's working, but whatever. Wah. Hey, bird. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm gonna go commit so many potato crimes, Baron. So many potato crimes. Oh, man. You just need to get her to get it the Heavensward and unlock Machinist so we can roll up like a little gang of gun-toting potato babies. Anyway, off-stream stuff. Okay, yes, off-stream stuff. Off-stream stuff is... That is not what it looks like. I'm done. 250, 250, 255, 250. This is it. This is the mostly... Rafflesia, though, so massive EXP. This is the mostly best in slot healer gear for Heavensward. I say mostly because I'm sure I could get a relic, which would be higher eye level, and this piece right here, if I wanted it to be like best in slot craftable, would be one of these Skyrat pieces. But unfortunately, the headpiece for the Skyrat required something that needed tier 2 treasure luck. Meaning, I had to go get a treasure map, I had to run a treasure map, I had to pull a treasure map out of the first treasure map, run that treasure map, and then pull an item out of that treasure chest, and then I had to desynth it and hope that all 3 stages of that RNG played nice with me to give me what I needed for the craft, and I am not doing that. So instead, I bumped it down to the 250 piece, which is still a 4-star masterwork craft, but it only required like items I could either buy for currencies or gather myself. Ririki is a black mage. I'm kind of tempted to make that her only job for a bit. Because I hate myself. Yeah, you apparently do. Yeah, grand total, this one wasn't really as terrible as the crafter set. I remember mentioning when I made the master crafter set, the highest crafter set I could in Heavensward. I remember it was like 190 something thousand Grand Company seals. This one's not quite that bad. This one is 545 poetics, 100 crafter scripts, 400 gatherer scripts, and it was like 58,000 Grand Company seals. So not quite as bad. Although it is absolutely glammed up, and this is probably going to be my post-Heavensward and raids and stuff like that glam. We'll see what I do beyond that. At least going into the first bit of content with this, that'll be my glam. Because the actual look for it, yeah, nope, not happening. Like, no, that ain't happening. Looks like crap. All this Skyrat stuff looks like garbage. So we are not using that. But yes, that is my healer set fully crafted up, which means I am ready to move on to Alliance and normal raids when I get around to them, which I think may be next week. I think we only have one chapter of Hildy stuff left, so I think it may be next week. But for today, oh wait, I don't have my music running. Stupid. Let's set this to that, and then turn it on. There it is. Some music to play in the background while we run some stuff. There we go. Today. Today. More Hildy. Possibly the last chunk of Hildy? I don't know that for sure, though. We shall see. So, let's pull out our guns. And let's go have some fun. Hi, Ellie. I'm an armed baby. Here to play. Play with me. Shades of Silda. Yeah, I think this might actually be the last chunk then. If it's all the Sildan stuff. Many plans for the day. We've got a situation. Decided to branch out for burglary to cold-blooded murder? Claim 3 victims already, all influential members of Uldan society. Kind of have to leave one of his signature calling cards at every scene. The weight of 5 corpses will bring the scales of justice to balance. Yes, I believe this is the final chunk of ARR Hildy. And the only thing my readers like more than a good mystery is a good murder mystery. Ever since Storybook Mithril Eye's been selling like Pun's cakes. Oh, God. No time looking at Thief's last message. Until now, that is, shall we? There's anyone who knows about the hidden treasures of Old Odd, be someone at Sunsilk Tapestries. Alrighty then. Yes, yes. Wymond. Back out to Wymond. Mr. knows everything about everything, somehow. Good. He's here dancing again. Everything is right in the world if he's there dancing naked. Adventure, my favorite Mythical Eye reporter. We need more information, Wyman. We found old Wyman in a loss. Old Daw is more than its fair share of treasures, hidden and otherwise. Phantom Frank could be after just about any of them. So whatever the thief's got his eye on, it's got the Sultan sworn in a right dither. They formed a regiment of their best and brightest to safeguard the royal vault. So now we need to try and get a Sultan sworn to tell us what they're doing? You may want to think twice before getting yourselves involved in this. It's a nose for danger, and this time the stench is something fierce. Don't put that neck of yours at risk trying to play hero. Ready for whatever dangers lie ahead. Sure you are. Actually, she kind of is. The Skullows Walk, which is Alchemist Guild. And of course, everybody's here dancing with him. Authorized personnel in. The gentleman, a light's adventuring companion, and that catty but cute reporter from the Mithril Eye. What? Oh, is it the self-styled warrior of light Humphrey? So he went off to become a paladin of Ul'dah? 12's honest truth. See that gentleman in light standing tall and triumphant that day? It moved me. Sure. Hey, newbie. Welcome in. Sultan Sorn were impressed by him and just let him in. So Hilbrand's investigation, haven't you? I guess we do have an in with the Sultan Sworn then, since we have an idiot here. Who's completely changed his life after meeting Hildy. Yeah, well, that was probably a bad idea. Phyllis, one of the Sworn's best and something of a history buff. The thief was targeting the 4 relics of Bella Dia. She stepped forward and volunteered to lead the investigation. Buried the hold up, Barry, wait the oh god, hold up, Barry, wait the hey, what the thank you, Barry. I make a date. I really get her. Okay. Ah. What do you got for us? Companion friend here won no money, mo money, yes. What bear in the freaking face? You know no money? No money? Any regular reader of the Mithril Eye would. Hoping that you would show up to assist the investigation. The inspector too will also welcome a helping hand. Oh my god, Baron. Oh god. The Sultan Sword, elite of all those elite, hope they prove more competent than bungling mercenaries have done with thus far. Jeez. Not really. He was one step behind us, actually. So, you know. Okay, now face me and don't move at elb. What? What is that in your... What the heck? Demasking dust. Uh-huh. Composition, synthesize a counter agent that would dissolve the disguise. Okay then, cool, great. If it works. Ever. The ingredients necessary to produce the dust are exceedingly rare. Great. Pocket full of sand and calling it magic. Casting level 1 blind. Just throw sand in a person's face. Gotcha. Pocket sand. Entire resources Sultan store at our disposal. We were only able to produce a limited supply. Well, great. I'm able to identify the thief's next hidden treasure of Ul'dah, last one of the 4 lost relics of Bella Dia. Again, only mention that those 4 relics a vague reference in an old prophecy. Most serious scholars consider it little more than a fairy tale. Darkness falls and hope fades to despair, for warriors born of light shall descend in the righteous glare. It goes on to describe 4 sacred artifacts, one each possessed by these 4 Beladian heroes. Makes no mention of their appearance or nature. Even if I hit these target 3 times, as he foiled us by making off with something else entirely. Uh-huh. Well, Regiment Finest signed to its protection, furnished all the guards with a supply of demasking dust, and instructed them to be on the lookout for any suspicious personages. Turn level culinary into 80, and most of the ingredients are in Raktika, so it's just like Lahi the whole time. Lahi. Blackguard will be in chains before he can lay a dirty hand on the vault doors. Sure, pal. More disturbing matters at hand, as you have heard of the recent rash of murders perpetrated by our quarry. Most investigation, the truth of the matter is we have been far too preoccupied with the defense of the vaults to make any meaningful progress. Oh, great, so we're gonna go look into the murders, then. Lady asks and a gentleman answers! Oh, boy. No, she's so giddy all the time, and then just falls asleep in the middle of the investigations. Hildebrand, agent of inquiries. Did that not play? That sounds like it did not play. Extraordinaire has arrived to set right what is wrong and bring the wicked to justice. Let me look into that. It's been about a year and a half since I bothered to log into Blurp, so maybe it just, like, hey, there it is. Okay, not disconnected, just slow. Just played it again. Oh boy, the timing on that one. Just play another one. Just a sec. Bought a lot of bits. I have 800 left. Jesus, Barrett. Oh, man. This must be the T-Max who does this to the palace. You don't waste your supply on me, Inspector. I assure you that I am exactly who I claim to be. You'll just take your word on that, I guess. He's like almost passing out. A shame that. Inspector Hildebrand, we're not expecting you. Services are most welcome. I'm sure all I know about the recent murders. Three victims, head of a publishing consortium, high-ranking government official, and influential scholar. We're all influential figures in respective circles. We could identify no common threads connecting the three. It's correct. What of the method of killing? Conked of that of the cudgel, gutted with a great sword, strangled with a subligar, maybe. Strangled with a subligar. Ew. We find no pattern in any event. The murderer plots the death of 2 more even as we speak. Our renowned powers of deduction are more than up to the task. Take this dust with you. We spare but a single satchel. I trust you will put it to good use. All right, Hildy. Let's have some fun. Come to accompany me on yet another case, friend. If you're auditioning to be my assistant, I fear that role has already been filled. Most ably. I love that he says been filled most ably about the girl who just falls asleep during investigations and constantly blows him up. Support of all his admirers. Name you thusly no money, my ever loyal associate. Inspect the site at which the most recent victim met his demise. The scholar's body was found not far from the 80 sins of Sasamo. Wow, wait, Briarden is leaving with us? I would have expected Briarden to try and help them with, like, their thing they were working on while we go and do the nonsense. But I guess we can't make total fools of Briarden and everyone else if he doesn't come with us. Yes, I actually got one other thing going too while I was off stream, and that's I have 3 Thavnarian onion seeds. I managed to finish my first cycle of my plants, my gardening crops, and got out of the 5 that I pulled up, I pulled 3 Thavnarian onion seeds. The other 2 turned into apricot seeds, which is an alternate crossbreed you can get that's fucking worthless. And so I literally just had to hawk those apricot seeds to a merchant. One thing is, you're only going to get one sort of seed back. That's all you're going to get. So all of my kookaroos, all 5 of them, are gone now. And I got 3 Thavnar onions out of them. Which means I had to replant with Old World figs. And also that I can turn Old World figs into more kookaroos, and then kookaroos into more Thavnar onions, which is going to take easily 9 or 10 days. Even if I'm fertilizing the crops every time I water them, which is twice a day, that's still going to take me about 10 days, because figs take 5 days, and kookaroo takes 6 days, and fertilizing reduces like the time you have left on the crop by like 1%. So at the beginning, just a few hours ago when I replanted the Old World figs and then fertilized them, that was great because it cut a big chunk of time off of it. But every time after this is going to cut less and less off. So it's still going to take me about 10 days to grow both of those probably. And so every single cycle of trying to get more Thavnar onions is easily going to take me probably about 2 weeks. Because I don't know if I'm going to get all 5 kookaroo beans that I need out of my Old World figs, and then I don't know how many Thavnar onions I'm going to get out of the kookaroo beans. So there's that. But I'm in the process still. If it's going to take me close to like 2 weeks every cycle, it's probably going to be another month and a half maybe before I actually have all the Thavnar onions I need. I also discovered that Thavnar onions cannot be increased. Even if you use grade 3 shroud soil, Thavnar onions don't give a fuck. Thavnar onions are like, nope, you're getting one of me only, ever, and you will never get any more than one. Like, they straight up do not give a crap about topsoil. So I am gonna need 9 of them. I still don't know. I still legitimately do not know if you need 9 or 10 for your own chocobo, but 9 will put me in a good place because there's a quest in Heavensward that can give you a Thavner onion as a reward. So if it turns out I need more than 9, I can just do that quest, get the Thavner onion, the last one I need, and be done with it. So I got 3 out of the first cycle. If I manage to get 3 each time, I'm going to have to do 2 more cycles to get the 9 Thavner onions I'll need. Again, that'll probably take me almost a month to get those 2 more cycles done. And then I have to plant the Thavner onions, and I think they take like 10 days to grow or something like I think Thavner onions take longer than any other crop to grow. So it's easily going to be like over a month before I get all the Thavner onions I need. I ought to actually start planting these, though. I still have access to the growing pot in Mello's house on the inside, and I think you can plant Thavner onions there. So if I plant these there and I grow them that way, I can sort of consistently be getting Thavner onions and leveling my chocobo up as I'm growing more seeds. Also, I got a bunch of royal kukuru beans. I'm holding on to those just to use them. Royal kukuru beans are used in a couple of ARR master recipes, and then one Shadowbringers master recipe, which I will never be able to make. Well, till they add Shadowbringers to the free trial, which who knows when. But I'm probably going to use the kukuru beans to make a couple of these. Although it may not matter. See, now that's a master culinarian, but this is... No, is that a master recipe? Sachertort. No, I don't see it. I don't see it here either, though. Level 50, 3 stars, says. And it is cooking. The thing is, master recipes don't get checked off when you complete them. So I'm kind of hoping Mastercraft doesn't count towards your craft X number of whatever achievements. Because they don't get a check mark next to them when you craft them as like, you've got this in your crafting log. You know what I mean? And they're a pain in the ass to craft. Master recipes always take so much more materials, stuff you have to buy for currencies, stuff you have to like freaking do weird nonsense with treasure chests and voyages and retainers and stuff to get. Right? They're a pain in general. It says it's 50. These are all 2-star. So 3 stars would be in here, but it's not in there. Interesting. It's not anywhere. Where the hell? No. No, no. Indoor furnishings. Tabletop. Here it is. Do these recipes count towards your crafting log? Things in like housing in these weird categories here? Because collectibles don't. Or collectibles I don't believe would. I've made hundreds, multiple hundreds of rarefied max potions, and they've never like checked off or been like, yes, you've completed your checked your crafting log for this item. I don't know. I may only need to make one, and even then, it's a master recipe, so I may not need to make it at all. We'll see. I could sell these. I'll just hold on to them for the moment, though. Also, I managed to pick up the spring shirt from the Fashion Report boutique, but there's other spring items that you also get from the Fashion Report boutique. I don't know how. I wonder if you maybe have to get a certain amount of successes in the Fashion Report or whatever, because I've already got 100 in the Fashion Report, but she only had the shirt in. But it's part of a set. That's why I have it in my Chocobo saddlebag. I want to get the other two pieces of the set and then glam them all together. Anyway, that's about everything I did off stream. Our camp phantom killer is a florist. Her to escape carelessly mislaid his wares. No, idiot. Those are Nymea lilies. Someone left them there for the dead. To honor the memory of me poor boy. Dare defile his memory, eh? In my own dear mother's name that your son's killer will be brought to justice. Clearly placed here by the family of the deceased, which could only mean, idiot. Please run away while you still can. Run far away. Turn you into a zombie just like my poor boy. Living person turned into a zombie. Nonsense. Boy, history. Or have you not heard the horrors of Silda? Yep. Sibling nation against which we waged war centuries ago. Speak of far greater horrors than death, an unholy draft brewed by a Sildan alchemist. Really? Are you sure about that? Was it a Sildan alchemist? Huh? Power to turn the living to the undead. That his nation by commanded army of mindless, deathless soldiers, the traitors spurn. Yeah, this is like definitely the last chunk of the Hildebrand stuff for ARR. Because this is all the stuff that comes up in like the last bit of Hildebrand. The poor boy into a heap of rotten flesh and ran him through. You won't hear that from the Sultan's sworn. God alone knows why, but they whisked the body away before I could so much as pay my last respects. Spurn, I'd heard stories, I never thought them true. Things we were dealing with. Sildan, I'm sure of it. Only a Sildan would know the recipe. Last remnants of Silda died 4 centuries ago, you say? Oh, they did. Because of the phantom thief he does would never occur to you. He might be an honest-to-God's phantom. Thinks he's a ghost. My own great-great-grandma, I did. By the 4 relics of Eladia, the powers they hold. There's still to return to wreak vengeance on us. Woe unto us all, the 4 warriors of life forsaken us. If only you become a traitor like your father. If only you kept your nose out of the history books. Never so much as breathed the accursed name of Silda. Jesus, lady. Just out here doomsaying. Person's here somewhere. I can feel it in me follicles. Eleazar. Oh, look, it's the little stalker, too. This potent hair tonic the realm is seeing. That was for all of a fortnight. Yep. Eleazar lost all the hair again. Just as I was chatting up a lovely young lass at the quicksand, just to twist the knife at extra help. Mountebank charlatan. God. So-called spectre and his sorry band and pull every last straight hair from their bleeding skulls. Like, the stalker apparently lost us somewhere out in the wild. Sibling strife. This man is confirmed, which I had suspected from the start. Somebody picking away at its rotting flesh. Hildebrand, Agent of Enquiry, Inspector Extraordinaires. Peeled away the foul scab of uncertainty to reveal the truth within. Surmines on the fruits of my flawless deduction. Phantom Thief is a phantom indeed, a wayward spirit. No. Not at all. Placate this tortured soul that it might abandon its vengeful vendetta. Grievances. Without this knowledge, we cannot hope to assuage its rancor. Get a search at the Thaumaturge's Guild. The tomes there contain a wealth of knowledge on the ill blood between the sibling nations. Notwithstanding the abject stupidity of everything else that came out of your mouth, some knowledge on Silda might serve us well. Research as you will, and do take as much time as you need. The abject stupidity of everything else that came out of your mouth. Like, you're very good at stumbling upon what we need to do next to solve the case, even though your reasoning is always completely wrong, Hildy. I was to be gleaned at the guild. I shall not escape my inspector's eye. Such an idiot. I do like the abject stupidity of everything else that came out of your mouth. Oh yes, and I need to get more. I need to get more ingredients for this Heaven's Egg soup, because that's my best in slot Heavensward crafting food, and I don't need a lot of it at the moment, but I'll probably have at least a few recipes from Heavensward, plus a couple once I get into Stormblood at the beginning that I'll want the Heaven's Egg soup for, just to push my stats as high as I can. My stats are already over leveled for my crafter at this point, though. I was pushing myself to be like, okay, what stats do I need in order to make it so that the Heaven's Egg soup pushes me up to exactly the stat breakpoints I need? And then I got them there, and then I made the Heaven's Egg soup, and then I realized that high quality food actually has better max stats than its normal quality counterparts. So I'm actually about 20 points over leveled on both craftsmanship and control. Which is good. It'll help when I get to Stormblood. Adventure saved me back at the ruins. Yes, I did. Ancient feud between Ul'dah and Silda, are you? I'm pleased to say I have more than a passing familiarity with ancient history. The birth of their mother nation, Belladia. Fifth astral era. Untold wonders when the arcane arts burgeoned and the great civilizations that commanded such powers flourished. Yeah, but what did Belladia do? I know Amdapor was white magic, and Mach was black magic, and Nim was scholars, which is sort of a different kind of magic all its own, which mostly uses arcane geometries to store the user's magic power like a battery. But what did Belladia do? Power bred avarice, and avarice bred resentment, the war of the Magi, yeah, the great floods, and swallowed once proud nations and left a battered wasteland. So we're not really learning anything about the Belladia of that time, just that it existed and it also got destroyed in the flood. Mages were reviled and persecuted for having caused it. Many forced to leave their homelands or face death. Small band of those survivors, oh no, found their way to Thonolin, where they would found the nation of Belladia some 8 centuries agone. Okay, so no, Belladia wasn't even founded till after the flood. Government of mages, by mages, for mages. Wonders might have been wrought by it had Belladian civilization survived to this day. Okay, then what actually happened to Belladia? Was it just like civil war infighting type stuff? I also researched Silda as a fellow student of history, though, and more than blah, blah, blah. Flourished in relative peace until twin sons. Ah, yes. Yes, the good old twin heirs of the throne that ripped the entire kingdom apart. Yep. Each one claimed that he was the rightful heir. When Rinx's claimed, they agreed to split their kingdom in two, forming Ul'dah and Silda. The two proud princes and sibling nations developed a penchant for rivalry. Yes, of course. Two jackasses who ripped an entire kingdom apart because they couldn't stop being jackasses. Hold on, the fallen Sultanate of Silda. Give my pleasure, blah blah blah. Several generations they coexisted till bad blood boiled over, culminating in outright war. Vela's Ul'dah emerged victorious, leaving its once proud sibling nation in smoldering ruins. Histories tell that the battles fought between the sister nations were the stuff of nightmares. Attempt to overcome Ul'dah's superior numbers, Sildan alchemists devised the most horrific stratagem. Employing a frightful formula known as Trader's Spurn, they brought their fallen warriors back as undead soldiers. Did they? Are you sure about that? Haven't they even employed the potion on those of the living who were too weak or wounded to fight? I just think about it. It's really the crowning glory of our fair nation that our forebears were able to emerge victorious against these horrors. Is it? Really? Are you sure about that? Surprise me like that. Here for not for your studies, but to learn about the bad blood between Ul'dah and Silda. Scales, one of gold and one of silver. Gold of Ul'dah weighing prosperity and power, the silver of Silda weighing knowledge and power. Power sought by the two nations differ greatly. Power wrought by Ul'dah prosperity was that of justice and good, sure. Power wrought by Sildan knowledge was horrific beyond belief. Rip the living soul out of a man and render him a mindless killing machine. Riddle me this, my friend. Who writes the histories? And what does this say of the words writ within? Yes, truth can be elusive and fickle as the shifting sands. You know what, Kokobuki might be the most intelligent person in this entire freaking kingdom. Which is probably not good. They probably will want to kill you for that. You know, in the war against Silda, Ul'dah and Amalja warriors fought side by side? Neither did I until I encountered a faded passage in an ancient text buried deep in our archives. In the histories read by the populace, you'll see no mention of this most fascinating fact. Might it be that someone at some time deemed this particular truth less than convenient? Yeah, I think Kokobuki knows what really happened between Ul'dah and Silda. But, like, he's also not going to mention it, because that's the kind of shit that'll get him branded a traitor and, like, slanderer and all that stuff and get him beheaded probably in this state. Have you learned from questioning the scholars that history is a bunch of fucking lies written by the winners? Like, that's what I learned. I learned the real truth of the world. History is a bunch of fucking lies written by winners. War of Succession divides the great cities. Civilization giving rise to sibling nations. They coexist. Bad blood boils over. And war. Yep. Isilda employs their advanced alchemical knowledge into blah blah blah. Yep. Sure. Facts at hand have led me to one unassailable conclusion. Phantom Thieves is a descendant of Doom Silda. You're actually not entirely off track here. Vengeance against those who reduced his countrymen to slavering zombies. So won't send him peacefully to the next world. So one course of action, we must find the Sildan statesman who conceived this dreadful stratagem and have him apologize to the thief in person. The suffering is wrought. Wait, what? Wouldn't whoever conceived of anything back in the War of Silda and Ul'dah be dead now? How long ago was that war? Because it made it sound like a long time ago since it's written in the history books and like no one alive seems to know. And that old lady said her great-great-grandmother told her the tales. Perhaps you'd like to go find yourself a shovel and dig this statesman out of his grave yourself. Yeah, exactly, Barden. So inspectors appears increasingly like our quarry shares some link with Silda. The Irish garb is no doubt meant to evoke the silver scales of the fallen sultanate. Connection would also serve to explain the rare knowledge of Beladian relics. Hey, Jace. Murder victims, a common thread amongst them could have incurred the ire of our adversary. A man cited calling upon the victims in the past days. Some said he had a most frightened air about him. Ah, let's see what he has to say then. You really should stop thinking so hard. You're like to strain a brain muscle. Oh, man. Identified the man as Guguria, a traveling merchant known to frequent Horizon. Alright, let's go see him then. Love being able to just like teleport all around. So useful. You still in ARR? No, I'm in Post-Heavensward now, but I'm picking up some ARR stuff that I hadn't bothered to do before. Sort of while I was working on something else off stream, which was going through like the Post-Heavensward Master Crafting Grind to get my gear up in eye level. Why'd you not do Hildebrand first? Because I just didn't. It was one of the things that just sort of got left by the side of the road on my way to first do 2.0, then do a bunch of side stuff, and then be like, okay, I've done like 20, 30 episodes of just side stuff. I need to move on already and move into post ARR so I could get through it and get into Heavensward. Like, it was just one of the things I didn't do while I was doing all the other side stuff. Besides, I'm going to end up with plenty of those things, like side stories and stuff like that, that are going to be like left probably until after I fully finish the MSQ, because holding everything up to progress the MSQ until I do like literally everything is just not something I want to do, because I'm trying to put out the episodes weekly, and I don't just want to have 150 episodes purely of side content with like no story progression kind of thing. And that's what happened in ARR, was I ended up with a bunch of side content episodes, and I'm just like, I need to move on to Heavensward already. Time's too valuable to waste chatting with every stranger who passes by. Blah, 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 blah. Trouble you with a few questions. For love of, or money that you killed them. Yes, you, the thief of many faces. You're an idiot, Hildy. The exact same thing when I went through the game yourself. Just completely skipped Hildebrand until like Post-Heavensward, where I went back and did it. Yeah. Like, it was all about, I needed to take some time after finishing 3.0 Heavensward. I realized that I wanted to make sure I had the eye levels to get through the post Heavensward content, not just start it. Like, if I start Sky Pirates, I want to be able to get through all of Sky Pirates. If I start Alexander, I want to be able to get through all of Alexander without having to take week-long breaks in between to try and craft things up, right? And so I needed multiple weeks where I sort of grinded out leveling up my crafter gear through the master crafting in Heavensward till I had the best set of crafter gear, and then make myself like the best set of healer gear in the Heavensward master crafts, so that I could have a healer gear set that was high enough eye level to get me through it all. You need like 235 to get through the last of the Sky Pirate raids, and like 230, I think, in order to get through all of Alexander. And since I was pushing myself through the master crafting anyway, I decided to just go all the way up with the best crafter gear I could and then just craft the best healer set I could. Because I could have probably hit 230 or 235 before, but I went all the way up to just the 4-star because I'm like, well, I'm doing it anyway. I'll just go all the way. Right? So now I have a healer set that's like 251 or 252, somewhere around there, which uses like mostly eye level 250 and 255 stuff. Time and patience for this memory. Excuse me, an important client awaits. Is that voice? Hmm? Ah! Lady Dorilda again. And live here, you ham-headed half-wit. Oh, most unexpected pleasure. Do you have some business with my associate here? Less business after. Pray lend the inspector here. The handsome one, whatever assistance he requires. Oh, God. My dear Maria's name day present. I had in mind one of the prize pieces from Miss Stime's latest seasonal collection. Would be able to procure one for her, yes. Shall I eliminate the middleman and make the trip to Old Town myself? She's getting some fancy item for Maria's birthday. At least she's trying to be a better mother now. But you give the inspector and his companions your full assistance. They, yes, even the stupid one, help me regain something truly priceless. Uh-huh. Hildy. She just spent the entire conversation aggressively insulting Hildebrand with like every single sentence, and then he's like this big jolly waving goodbye to her as she leaves, like he didn't catch any of it. In here for me, got it? I was looking at a killing on behalf of a client of mine. He's got himself some of that zombie dust. And his cards speak of 5 victims. It got me to thinking. Silda, 5 victims, aye, the arbiters of truth. It would be on account of them being something of a secret society and all. Influential personages of the Sultanate, you see, working from the shadows to keep false knowledge about the old Silda conflict from reaching the ears of folk like you and me. False knowledge? What sort of knowledge might that be? Those balls don't make me say no more. I've got a family to feed. Oh, God. Who hired you, then? Name's Hob. When he heard what I said, he told me he was gonna set sail for Limzo with his 5 best sellswords. Many prying eyes at the airship dock. Said he had a private ship docked and waiting for him at Vesper Bay. You didn't hear none of this from me. Well, that's a good place to sail from. The only sea route connection to Vesper Bay is from Limsa Laminsa. Must be one of the killer's targets. At least also knows the identity of the remaining one. Say the arbiters are so secretive they don't even know each other's identities. Don't ask me how that all works. I've got high rank and friends in the Brass Blades. Once he heard the victims had all been zombified, he panicked. Once again, the ancient Manderville art of parley has procured for us a key morsel of knowledge. Sure, buddy. But, since I'm already here anyway, I'll just fly out to Vesper Bay. I could use my token to teleport. I still have a few more of those little aetherite teleport things for Vesper Bay. God, they give you so many of these nowadays. But, like, I'm basically about a 30-second flight from Vesper Bay, so I'll just go on foot, or foot-ish. What the... Well, there we go. Tell him everything went alright. Stand back. Zombified. Hunger for your brains. To save the man, do what you must. Shoot him? You mean shoot the zombie in the brains? I like that it wasn't even an actual encounter. My character just whips out his gun, cut to black. First-hand knowledge of zombies tells me this particular shade of green is unmistakably that of undead. See, we were a few moments too late to the scene. A message, and then there was one. Yep, so only one target left. There it is again. Ever since I picked up the trail of the Phantom Thief, I've had this fleeting sense that someone or something is watching us. You don't say. They might be close at hand. Let's return and report our findings to Miss Phyllis. Secret society or no, knowing the identities of its members may yet lead us to its final victim. Best return to the Mithril Eye. Let's meet up again after. Sure you are. Definitely just returning to the Mithril Eye. Nothing here. Nothing sus here. Sorry, these streets are far too dangerous for you to walk alone. Spectre, I'll go with her. It's just not she that I give my leave. Pray be wary. Not just for the thief, but Miss Ellie. She has quite the temper, as we both know. She has quite the temper. Well, if you know, idiots set her off. It's not her fault. You're a moron. Someone must tell you when this case is over. Be safe and promise me that you will not attempt anything rash. I did that time when the fiend took aim at my own life. Your life? It's... Ah, yes, it comes to Del Sol. Yes, that was quite the ordeal, wasn't it? I like that we're all still aggressively lying to Briarden and letting him think the thief tried to kill him. Be careful, I promise. Wait the day when I may hear what it is that you would share with me. Yeah, sure. Whatever. Secret vow. Ooh, consider me my interest piqued as well. Oh, God. Back to Ulda to talk to Phyllis again. The, Alchemist Guild again? Yeah, that's where. Or the victim. Were you able to glean onto the connection of the other victim? Arbiters of truth, it can't be. Somebody help! What, Ellie? From the direction of the vault, we must hurry. Okay, sure, whatever. Yep. I thought to ask him a few questions, for I knew what was happening. He was upon me. I could only... What? Bash his brains with a conveniently placed bottle of mead, it would seem. I mean, to get on your bad side, Miss Ellie. Nash you not with you. Saw a figure lurking in the shadows and went off in pursuit. A certain Sultan Sworn Sky... Sultan Sworn Squire. Face is unfamiliar to me. Something is amiss. Oh. Thief. Think we would find our man like this. It's getting a little our grasp, but no more. The virtue of a gentleman's ingenious deductions and a lady's pugilistic puissance, declare this case closed. Turn this sachet to you, Miss Phyllis. Chester was appreciated. In the end, it proves superfluous to my cracking of the case. Trip. Oh my god, Bear. Jesus. Addie, is there anything else of immense value you'd like to wantonly destroy? Yeah, don't worry, it actually helped us. What's the meaning of this? A double disguise planted by the thief to throw us off his trail. This is Gig, one of my most capable men. So I have to guard the vault and outfitted him with an ample supply of damasking dust. Inconceivable the thief could so easily elude his grasp. I guess that depends on what's in the bottle. Unless the thief was not wearing a mask. Speaking of which, has anyone seen Miss Ellie? Yes, interesting. Phantom Thief to thank for her burgeoning readership. Rise to the mythical eye. Miss Ellie could not bear to face the possibility of her story of a lifetime coming to an end, and she hatched a plan to shut up. I mean, he's not entirely far off from the mark, but he's still an idiot. Vault's been breached. The wise man's whisper, it's gone. All crimes against Sultan, I hereby declare Ellie of Mithril Eye, the thief of many faces, an enemy of the state. Okay, then. The game is afoot. Hi, Gil. Hey, Greg, what are you doing? All this racket and rumpus. Just as we were about to make our triumphant return. That's how I do. Not you. The shadow you said you saw, I think it was just a dormouse. Oh, look, the shoes and the tights that look exactly like not shoes, yep. We stumble face first onto the second mask, because good fortune truly does no end. Dare say the Phantom Thief has another trick or two up his sleeve. Could have almost been interesting and a little difficult to discern. For some players who weren't paying very good attention, if they didn't then bother to, like, show the top part where it's super easy to tell that they're just disguised as Nashu, like, it could have been interesting, but nope. Beneath the mask. Ever loyal associate, we must find Miss Elliot quickly. Confronted by her constant companion, she could still be convinced to abandon this foolish plan. He's really just completely barking up the wrong tree, sort of. Phyllis, I thought you had already departed in the company of your men. All for the better. Shall we conduct the search together? Them at greater risk. Fifth and final member of the Arbiters of Truth, Phantom Thief's final target, is none other than Hildebrand, man. Me. It's not a role I sought of my own accord. My name and my passion for history are somewhat well known to the Sultanate. I received an anonymous letter stating the position in the committee had opened, and I have been chosen to fill it. Went on to enumerate my duties to prevent the spread of historical lies that would sully the name of our illustrious nation. Yeah. I love how the Order of Truth is actually an organization meant to bury the truth and stop it from the truth from spreading. So Sorna is deemed to be in a particularly unique position to serve as an arbiter. Other members of the organization was told nothing of their names or identities. I think that my unknown compatriots were the victims all along. Many more lives in danger. Sequester myself in a place where my presence can cause no harm until such time as the killer is apprehended. For Wolverine is most touching. There's no need for such caution. Seasoned Inspector are more than capable of protecting a lady in distress. Gentlemen, this is exactly what I shall do. Idiot. Associates here also stand at your side. Speaking of which, would see my loyal assistant. Hi there. You shouldn't run off on your own like that. I was heard sick about you. She said she saw somebody in the shadows, so I had to take a look. Was anything there but a dormouse? It was a really cute dormouse, you see. Just kept squeaking and scurrying away. I mean, they've got their Ellie, or they've got their Nashu act down pretty good, honestly. The inspector speaks to me. Someone is watching us. Split up and canvas our surroundings. Yeah, someone's definitely watching us. That's for sure. Hi, Nashu. Sally, you think she might be looking for the dormouse too? Oh, it's just friggin' duty commenced. I don't care. Let's clear that log out. Water-stained letter. Nashu's like the best part of the Hildy stuff. It's just watching Nashu's nonsense. Be wary and be warned. Oh no, not something that's probably completely misinterpreted and stupid. There's no one in your friends all the less. Oh, this one has a pouch next to it. This will avail you well. Use it wisely. Sachet of demasking dust. You feel an intimidating presence behind you. Oh no, let's blow demasking dust all over his stupid face. Beloved son's staunch companion. It's in the area on a matter of business, which I curtailed when I felt a suspicious presence from the shadows. Pursuing it led me here. Mayhap it's the same for you. Store-blood one where she dresses up like the esthetician. The thief of many faces had taken quite the unexpected turn. Now you've come upon a series of anonymous letters. Our watcher is in the shadows. Is a friend, or is this but another trap laid by the fiend? Plot thickens like a dollop of salamander oil. Dare say the circumstances call for utmost caution. Could be anywhere or anyone, myself included. Of course, no mere mask can replicate the physique of this Mandeville man. I fear my dear Hildy may be in a bit over his head this time. Let me to insist your investigation. Anything happened to Hildebred, his dear mother would not be pleased. Like the phrasing of that. It's almost like his dear mother would be so very upset, when in reality it's like his dear mother would rip my head off and beat everyone to death until she found the person who hurt her son. Behatted sprat. Hi, stalker. Something just isn't right. Oh my god, her stalker can tell she's not right. Her freaking stalker can tell that something's off about Nashu here. It's so bad. Speaks true, the villain even now lurks within our midst. Yet we have but a single sachet of damascene dust at our disposal. Let's identify the imposter beyond reasonable doubt before we proceed. You know the players better than I would say you have a few words with each of them and see if aught seems amiss. So it'd almost be interesting if we didn't, like, see them replacing Nashu. About it, who'd have thunk Miss Ellie was the Phantom Thief all this time? She sure fooled me. Same as the others, sooner die than become one of those things. It's the Phantom Thief is the only logical conclusion. Really? That's the only logical conclusion? No one, like... I know what happens at the end of this story. So, sure, whatever. But, devil's advocate here. No one just maybe assumes the person that we saw when we unmasked the guard twice might have also been wearing a mask? Because no one ever blew demasking dust in her face before she vanished. Well, they're like, it must be Ellie. It's like, or a Phantom Thief in an Ellie disguise. It's possible. Another truth still evades us. Oh, there's a lot that evades us at the moment. Nothing particularly odd about any of them, you say. As a reason, the fiend would not take such a risk if he were not utterly confident he could pull off the ruse. This one's not half the fool his son is. I must elude him quickly. I mean, he's still a fool, but just a different brand of fool. Outside, to a man, they insist they have seen naught of Miss Ellie. Wherever could she have gone? Father, what brings you here? So coming together. Now if you would kindly stand still and shut up, the fiend already stands among us. I should hope you're not doubting me. Quite convinced that even a master impersonator would struggle to recreate your particular brand of idiocy. Is anyone here who has spent even a moment alone must be considered a suspect. He's proven to be highly efficient at assuming new identities. Astute observation, my gangly friend. Measure calls for a dose or two of that powder he found earlier. Wouldn't happen to be another session or two lying about, would there? It's already been distributed to the search party. They should be reporting back within a bell's time. I could just line them all up and blow the demasking dust across, like, all of their faces. Like, they never addressed that that is physically possible, too. Wiggle my way out of this and turn you into the reeking, drooling corpse you deserve to be. Jeez. Fortunately, my powers of deduction will lay the fiend's face bare within minutes. Given the choice, the thief prefers to impersonate familiar personages. Miss Ellie has had only passing interactions with my dear father. We can safely eliminate him from consideration. Myself, Nashu, and nobody here. Nashu and I in particular have had a close and extended relationship with our suspect. Begin by questioning my own assistant. Assure you that none know her better than I. Are you sure? My reasoning is ever, Inspector. Go ask me anything. This overstuffed buffoon to start talking sense. Ask me anything too obscure, my cover's as good as blown. You can just make stuff up. He probably knows nothing about Nashu. I dare say at times it is as if we share a mind. Oh god. She should have no trouble completing my thoughts. I'm Mandeville. It's like, well, man. Like, man. It's like, that's easy. Doing what only a Mandeville can. Like, this one's pretty simple. Peaks of Kurthus to Thonalin, Mandeville. Man! Like, those were not difficult questions. In fact, he took the more complicated parts of the rhyme and just left her with a couple of words. It's amazing how stupid he is. Perfect score. Unmistakably, unequivocally, indubitably, the true not you. Never loved you more than now, you marvelous muttonhead. Just a sec. Thought I was hearing something, but guess not. Not sure something the matter. Because you picked up a few more wrinkles beneath the eyes, there's no need to avert that charming face of yours. Wrinkles? Look who's talking, you crusty cretin is old. Genius Inspector? Gave yourself away completely because you're, like, self-obsessed idiot. Charade is up, Miss Ellie. It just looks away from him. Except... not Ellie. You look somehow different. You're a moron. Oh, but Miss Ellie, you look somehow different. Sure, pal. Truths untold. Glamour dispellers. You get glamour dispellers for this one? That makes sense. Done in by a muscle-bound muttonhead and his motley troop of mummers. Ugh, your resemblance to Miss Ellie is most uncanny, and yet... Insulting Inspector Briarden, once again you fail to measure up to your lofty reputation. And which Ellie is, after all, my own flesh and blood. Eminently capable partner in crime. 1,000 faces I may wear, but only know what name do I bear. Call me Ceci. But alright, well, you look as if you see a ghost. Despite my moniker, I assure you that Ellie and I are no specters. We are, mind you, are the last living scions of Sylvan aristocracy. Bemused, befuddled to find two sisters behind the mask. Try using your brains once in a while. Every time you encountered the thief, Ellie was standing right in your midst. Thief that 4 times stole the show. Those priceless relics was me. Ellie had plain sight. Just the knowledge I needed to stay one step ahead of my pursuers, while spinning the hair-raising tales of my exploits. Without the tales of your hapless attempts to catch me, we never could have risen to the heights of celebrity. Who cares? Look. The Mithril Eye is a rag that, like, no one really reads, so whatever. I would ask you one thing and one thing only. Just what is it that you and Miss Ellie hope to accomplish with all your schemes? Justice. 2 years ago, Oldon dogs reduced our great nation to a nation of zombies. Long last, the cowards that would still justify these foul deeds will suffer the same fate. History say that it was Silda. Like, really? That's what you're gonna mention? The history say it was Silda. Yeah, the Old Dawn history say it was Silda. You work from the shadows, silencing those who would speak the truth. You should have died with your fellows, false arbiter. Oldon that ordered the creation of that dreadful power and wielded it as a weapon against our proud ancestors. So your glorious sultanate is built on a lie. This is madness you speak, woman. Powder in my possession was stolen from Oldon army 4 centuries ago by one of my ancestors. It's his final act of courage in the moments before his leg fell off and his rotting head dropped from his shoulders. Jesus! Truth, this doe-eyed Sultan Sworn would kill to keep buried deep in the sands of Thanalan. The reckoning is nigh. Yes, before long, you and everyone in this rotten nation will know firsthand the horrors of my ancestors knew. Now the idiots lap up the stories. A mass crusader for justice, dashing rebel waging battle against power and authority if they only knew. They'll see soon enough when they're eating each other's brains out on the streets. So our proud nation was razed to the ground and Bandit, the final survivor, stole a vast quantity of the power from the old on vaults, hiding it away in a secret vault sealed with powerful magics. So it means by which the vault may be opened by assembling 4 secret relics from Belladia. It's housed in the royal palace of Silda before the old on dogs stole them and claimed them for their own. So it dawns upon you at last. You speak Ellie makes for the vault, the 4 relics safely in hand. Just think one day you'll be able to tell your grandchildren you were there when zombie powder rained down on Ul'dah. No wait, you'll all be dead. She really is just a raving lunatic. Like, the fact that she's just sitting here cackling like an insane person while ranting. There's you, my dear. I even have the pleasure of looking upon the last moments of your precious hope. Let your flesh rot like all of your rotten lies. I think not! It doesn't really matter. He's already been a zombie. It's nothing new. It's like, being a zombie ain't new to him. Just for once, could you not get in the way? Mandeville, I can't even trust your sarcasm to look after him for a day. I love that the, like, hidden person in the background was just his mom. And finally, the pan. The person watching you first from the shadows. It was you and your wife. Like, we actually saw her in the previous bit of story when, I always forget the stupid octopus's name. Typhon's the big blowy dude. The octopus is, Ultros? Ultros? I think Ultros. Whatever. When he was, like, skeeving on girls out in public in Ul'dah, she was one of them, and instead she just, like, told him off and walked away. I'm like, why didn't she pull out that pan and, like, knock him into the stratosphere? I guess that would have given away the ghost a little early, though, if she showed off there. Just knocked her the hell out. Godbert. She's behind me, isn't she? She's above you. Uh-huh. Knocked him out. I understand you're Hildebrand's mother? A truly terrifying warrior for Greg to face. This is more like it. Hand-to-hand, skillet to skillet. It's enough to send warriors' pulse racing. Prepare yourself to me. The time of our final confrontation is nigh. She's just gonna knock him out, too. Bonk, 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 bonk. Yep. Bonk, 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 bonk. Bye, Greg. You have potatoes for brains, you overstuffed buffoon. Beloved boy's been turned into a stinking corpse, you haven't bloody noticed. Oh my god. You, nobody or something, was it? Jesus, lady. What? You at least told me all about your hijinks together. Pleased to meet you. Oh my god. That's a bit of a rebellious streak, what can I say? Come on, a bit too strong at times. You think? You blame me? This time I thought I'd sit back and leave things to my sorry ass husband here. Look what that got me. You'll help me out, won't you? Sure. Yep, definitely gonna help you out. Absolutely. Like, don't even have to ask twice. Don't even have to ask once. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. Like, sure, lady, just put the pan away. Everyone's just unconscious. Oh, man. My dear boy, for the first time in ages, just look at him. He's green. Still time to reverse the zombie curse, and I know just the remedy. A phial of holy water. Tatter of oversoul rags, and a phial of twice distilled water. Sinkot at the market stocks the former, and the latter you can procure from a trader by the name of Guest. Now hurry, once the poison spreads throughout his veins, no antidote will save him. I'll search for the bumbler's bumbling assistant. With any luck, Miss Nashu is still alive. Ouch, that's smart. Yeah, Hildy, you're looking not too hard at yourself. Oh boy. You bubbling oaf. You get accompany nobody here, make yourself useful, or do I have to reintroduce you to that wall? But of course, milady. Yep. Gilgamesh never at your service. Sing God sundries, was it? Come now, there's work to be done. She just looks at Enkidu, and Enkidu's like, ah, and runs away. She just glares at Enkidu. Sinkot would be down in the market. Hi, Greg. Oversoul rags, you say? I fear that I've only a single tatter left in stock, and it's already spoken for. Man, you must reconsider my dear friend's life, and quite possibly my own as well hangs in the balance. It's your plight, friend, but a man has to make a living. Promise a copious supply of rare chimera membrane for these rags. Unless you can offer me the same, no deal. Expect us to be able to summon such a rarity out of nowhere? It ain't the warrior of light from the Colosseum. Funny who you meet at the markets. Hey, girls. Return from my training in the slaying of 10 chimeras just happened to be my task for the day. As chimera membrane you seek, you're more than welcome to a share. It just so happens. I'll mention, hadn't been for Inspector Hildebrand and nobody here, I'd still be tag teaming with that slimy beast and cheating my way to fame and fortune. I'll take me if it wasn't Avila the Tempest. She confessed to her trickery and started climbing back up from the bottom of the ranks. Proud to call myself one of her biggest fans. Wow, she turned that around quick then. Like, that was the very last set of story we did just before this one, and somehow she's already climbing up the ranks again and getting a bunch of fans. People just don't remember stuff for very long, I guess. Rags you seek simply for the privilege of meeting her. I'm able to start a bargain, but with this, our task here is done. Let's find the trader named Guest. Trader named Guest. Back up near the Alchemist Guild again. Hello, Guest. We need something from you. And something will undoubtedly conveniently happen to make you give it to us. Blundering Manderville boy is on his last legs. You need something in mind to save him, you say? Perhaps you give me a good reason why I should care. The Mandervilles are richer than the traders themselves. They have the audacity to haggle me down to the last gill for every purchase. Family line ended today, I'd be happier and wealthier, man. I believe the ballroom calls. Good day to you. Do pass along my condolences to the grieving parents. Shred of honor, compassion in that spindly body. Business rival or no, the man is on death's doorstep. And to that day, my father will not so easily forgive and forget, but it matters not to me. No, my love for you is as deep as the seven seas. I beg you, lady, may I have this debt? What? Oh, God. Like, he's trying to actually win her over this time rather than just an arranged marriage, I guess. Whatever. Here for the ball, perchance. It's the poor inspector. Maiden in the flesh will say you bid farewell to the breeding fops and scruffy adventurers and charonets with this cultured gentleman befitting your great beauty. Yeah, right. Pleasure and honor both, my lord. Provided you first provide my good friend with the bottle of twice distilled water that he seeks. Well... Like, trust me, a woman that beautiful is never going to give you the time of day again in your life, man. You're kind of hideous inside and out, honestly. So be it. Take it. It's barely worth its weight in gill anyway. Shall we, Miss Arabella? Better hurry if you want to actually get that dance. Be a worthy rival, but to think he is this beloved by so many. Rome would deeply mourn his loss. Just let us deliver these goods while there's still time to save him. Says the man who kept trying to fight us both. Though admittedly, I guess Greg's not even a grievance. It was more like he just wanted a challenge. Was more with me than Hildy. Trust you wouldn't come back empty-handed. Of course not. Absolutely not. Never, ma'am. Not a chance. Take you over my muscle-headed half-wit of a husband any day. With him standing right there. Although he's pretty used to her talking about him like that. Real Manderville home cooking. I love that you get all these weird, like, alchemy ingredients, and instead of it being alchemy, she's basically just cooking up some food for him. Oh, you bloody bugger, guide my skillet. I should stop it spread. So Hildy flush what's left out of his system. Don't worry, he's my son after all. He's still got some fight left in him. Yeah, Hildy will be fine. I found slumbering obliviously in a rubbish-strewn corner of Pearl Lane. That didn't feel good. Oh my god. So sure it did. Word has it that Ellie has been studying the Sildid ruins. We must go there with all haste. Dear boy, today, don't worry, I'll handle things from here. There's a nice warm bed for him. I think I know a few specialists who might know a thing or two about his condition. What's up in hell's you standing around for? The future of Oldaw's at stake. I mean, that's not exactly inspiring me to go rush off and do my job. What strength is yours as well? For Oldaw and for our friend Hildy. You remind me of my husband. What with you having more muscles than sense? You're so cute on making yourself useful. Why don't you run to the markets and bring me some fire crystals? Give my dear boy warm is key to fighting off the zombification. Leave 20 crates or so should suffice. 20 crates of fire crystals. I'm a warrior, not an heir. Yes, milady. Yeah, don't even bother fighting back against her. It's a ton of fire crystals. You do the burden we must bear simply to secure a long-awaited final confrontation with nobody. Said the events of today have given me cause to reflect. Nobody and Hildy both owe to be blessed with such veritable legions of friends, tried and true. But alas, not I. Only one true friend have I ever known, and she is long lost to me. You're a fine bird and have given me great comfort in my travels, but you will never be in Kidu. Oh, my friend, were you here with me? Even nobody could not stand against our combined might. You were saying? Enkidu, wherever you may wander, hear my words and return here to my side, Enkidu. Do you hear me, Enkidu? Yeah, it's always that flash from the heavens. It nearly blinded me. What? The crystals? Where have they gone? Oh, yes. He got a fucking boatload of crystals, and then he begged Enkidu to show up. I forgot he had the power to manifest a primal from nothing, like, all on his own, right? He doesn't need an entire group of people begging the gods or whatever. He has the power to manifest Enkidu all by himself as long as he has the crystals. My companion, why must you always make me wait so? Her last vow. Oh, yes. And then the Manderville coatee and bottoms. And most gentlemanly. And the wind-up gentleman. Ah, that's how you get the Hildy outfit. Mine's good. Mine's pretty good. Though. Doing dilly-dallying around here. Let me jog your memory. There's a moon-sick maid digging around at the Silver excavation site with her mind set on turning Ulda in the land of the walking dead. Sorry for Hildy's most touching, but don't you worry. Mommy Dearest isn't gonna let her beloved son kick the bucket that easily. What I really need is, No, I'll go with the cutscene later. Alright, mine is, Best man. Yes, mine is the wedding stuff. Okay. Yeah, mine's pretty close to the Hildebrand outfit already. But hey, at least I'll have the Hildy outfit for later Hildy stuff whenever I happen to get around to that. I should be in West? No, Central. Yeah, Central. I don't really need to worry about where the Syldan excavation site is most of the time because I can't even do the Syldan content. Like, there's story reasons why I ought to remember, but God knows I can't be bothered to remember that. Technically, even if I could do the variant dungeon, it'd be lucky if I remember exactly where these stupid ruins are. Hello! Miss Ellie just up ahead, where your friends watch over her as we speak. No matter how many times we try to... Oh, wow. Yeah, Nope. Look! I could already tell from the name of that person that it was gonna be some fucking bullshit they were gonna post on Twitch. Good thing Sari immediately just banned them instantly. Like, they were definitely gonna say some stupid shit. How many times did I reach out to her? She refuses to so much as answer. Consider physically incapacitating her, but that crate she's sitting on isn't just a makeshift chair. It's filled to the brim with traitor spurn. A misstep, the consequences could be dire indeed. Even her single-minded rage, surely the time you spent together must still count for something. As that you step forth to where your voice may be heard and call out your friend's name. Sure, why not? The woman abandoning her madness, it's you. What goes on here is some ARR Hildy stuff. Let me double check just to be sure it didn't get over there. Yeah, no, it didn't manage to get over there. Good. Just making sure. Butt did manage to ban that person instantly. I just wanted to make sure whatever they said, I don't know, because it got banned so fast I didn't see it. Didn't end up getting transferred over to YouTube. Keyboard and call out Ellie and convince your erstwhile friend and companion to listen to reason. I have to walk right through this stupid fate to get there, though. I guess I could finish it off. Go ahead and do this fate real quick to get it sort of out of the way. These early fates are nice and simple. Like, I don't have many abilities, but then I don't have to do much other than kill a couple really low-level enemies. So you can get them done pretty quick. Hey, got some animal skins that I'm never gonna use out of it. This should be it. There we go. Done. Out of the way. Ellie, stop sitting on the zombie powder and let's just stop with this nonsense already. Yeah, she's wearing all the like Sylvan jewelry stuff they stole now. This place we still can. I bear you no grudge, but should you so much as think of interfering, I'll hesitate to turn you into a zombie too. Sure you will. Consider me disappointed. Cecily is already in custody. Surrender now, and I'll see that no harm befalls her. Son of us. Then again, how could one born into a life of power and privilege ever hope to understand? No family, no friends, no fortune, nothing. Two sisters against the world, only our quest for justice to give us meaning. We made a vow, should the worst happen, our mission takes priority over all. Even our own wretched lives. Anything I might have once had to lose, I lost long ago. Stand down or suffer the same fate as the old on dogs you defend. Yeah. I don't believe it. Okay. It's too many of them. It's like, not really. You have Godbert and Greg and me here. I think we could handle this. Day's work for a Manderville, man. All of the day's work for a Manderville, man. Godbert's still the best. Shoot. Like, we may be idiots, but we're also incredibly capable warriors. Our legion of the undead at my beck and call. Face it, it's only with Inspector Hildebrad's ridiculously good fortune that we've made it this far. He's as good as 6 films hunter. Jesus. Man, so OP did Palace of the Dead as a goldsmith. Oh, girl, know that I speak from experience when I say underestimate Hildy, and you do so at your own peril. Me as well. No mere splash of holy water could stave off the effects of the traitor's spurn. Good Inspector's luck has finally run out. Yeah, you don't know his family. You don't know his family nearly well enough. Not liking our chances. Greg, was it? Greg, was it? He's just like, yep. Shame to lose you, warrior of light that you are. You might yet have served one last purpose for us. Gilgamesh, a being who's met and thrown heads with some of the strongest characters in FFXIV. Yeah. Worth my zombie minions. And? Yep. He knows zombies better than you ever will. Love that she's just like knocked off her feet by the sheer stupidity of it. The bald head. The 4 warriors of light. The broadsword of eyes to be believed. Yeah, right. 4 warriors born of light. These are not 4 warriors of light that I see. 4 gentlemen of light. So dope. Eleazar just blinding everyone. Agent of Enquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, has made a triumphant return. Did you miss me? This moron. Yep, the gentle dead. Hey, good girl, tell me you've got my snurble tonic, or I'll fashion myself a wig from your lovely locks. To rip them clean from your bloody head. Jeez. Mr. Eleazar, absolutely splendid today. Holy water couldn't have cured him. It didn't. Fortunately, our overlord spent quite some time building up an immunity to zombie powder. We heard the Master Zomba Brand was at risk of joining the actual dead. We knew he had to take action. He just spent so much time around zombies that he's used to zombie powder. And immunity to... I'm just gonna pretend that makes any kind of sense. Briarden... I like that Briarden is finally just given up. Just give up. Give in. Makes more sense that way. Bend in this madness. Besides, plots of mass murder hardly suit a lady like yourself. Oh, God. Like, she doesn't stand a chance against our sheer stupidity. Dr. Brandon, you said there was something you would tell me when all this was all through. Imagine you have no words for me now. Like, eh. Abduction or wanting. You said that you had lost everything and everyone you had to lose, you not? As for me, I found something. Someone with whom I intend never to part. What I love is the fact that Briarden fell in love with her over something that was a complete misunderstanding that turned into a lie. Like, he still looks at her as the woman who, like, saved his life, but it was from a dumbass bomb that we accidentally planted. We've just been lying to him the whole time. Years or even decades, when you emerge from your jail cell a free woman, I'll be there. Jeez. so stupid. The Hildy stuff is always so stupid, and I love it. That's what always just like not really infuriates, but it always annoys me when I heard people like whining about the Hildebrand stuff because of the relic weapons in Endwalker. It was the ones in Endwalker, right? Yeah, it would have been the ones in Endwalker. When there are people whining about not being able to do their relic weapons because of Hildebrand, I'm like, will you shut the fuck up and just run Hildebrand? Like, shut up and run Hildebrand. If you can pull that stick that's buried so deep up your own ass out for 5 seconds, Hildebrand will be the funniest fucking content you will ever find in Final Fantasy XIV, and you will roll around on the floor laughing your ass off. Pull the stick out and play through Hildebrand already. Like, Yoshi P told you, no, fuck you, play through Hildebrand already. It's some of the funniest shit you'll ever see. Alright? Like, do it. I was perpetrated by you and your sister unpardonable. You are for... Oh, wait, am I off the... Hold a tick. I think I need to reset him and maybe even move him real quick. How's that? No, he's actually okay. Somehow I think I just moved over a little more in my seat than I usually do. Okay. Anyway. Far from the only ones guilty. On behalf of the Syndicate, I offer my apologies for the false aspersions cast upon your ancestors. Shvolda was built on lies. Seeing what I have seen today, I cannot deny your words. It will not be an easy task to rewrite and restore history, but know this, I will do everything in my power to bring the truth to the fore. I don't know that he ever does that. And there's a lot of stuff I didn't do in Final Fantasy XIV, so I may have missed it, but I never encountered a moment where it sounded like Ul'dah was actually letting the truth come out in the history books about their horrible war crimes. I'm forgetting someone here, and by someone I mean me. Quite unblamed cloak and dagger. I require nobody's presence for a matter of far greater importance. Time of our too long delayed confrontation is nigh. Seriously, dude? By the long phrase, this will have you singing a happier tune. He stole one of the relics. Oh no, the treaty blade, yeah. The true one at that. Slays the attention of parting with it, save to the one who would defeat me in single combat. Speak, it will not be single combat this time. Is that my cue, old friend? Enkidu. Such a dork. Like, Enkidu's looking a little different than usual. Holy merciful, what is that abomination? Some new breed of void set. Nope, primal. You address my companion with courtesy, girl. Most curious thing, there I was, hauling a crate full of crystals for Hildy's mother, and thinking how much better things would be if my dear friend Enkidu were here. They gave a flash from the heavens, next thing I knew, there she was! Primal. Makes perfect sense. Doubtless the crystals heard Greg's heartfelt plea, summoning forth his friend. Hey, no mere friend, but rather the primal Enkidu. It's funny that Hildy actually figured that out. And the world has now completely and utterly ceased to be bound by the laws of logic. Yay! We finally got through to Briarden! Finally brought him down to our level. Best man the best. Facing the two of us together will not prove an easy task. First, you will not shirk from the challenge. Enkidu and I shall wait you at Amdapur Keep. Ways from here, but what better venue for our climactic confrontation? Claim the treaty of blade, then claim it from me as a warrior. To the skies, Enkidu! We can finally fly away on Enkidu. Just dangling from her leg. Who gets one? That's not very gentlemanly of you, Greg. Come, no money to Amdapur. The grave development indeed. To think that one man could summon a primal on his own? Must send word to the scions at once. I mean, the only scion really left in this particular time, normally in the MSQ, is me, so... I am a scion. That just makes me think of the, like, I need an adult, I am an adult. It's like, I need a scion, I am a scion. It's like, oh god. You had forgotten we had a warrior of light in our midst. Only hope to slay the primal and reclaim the blade. Zombies. All the zombies in the background. So stupid. So stupid. I adore how dumb the Hildebrand storyline is. It's always like one of the best parts of 14. Oh man, my teleports are starting to get kind of long. Especially for an empty area like South Shroud. Although there might be a bunch of people doing Palace of the Dead today. Maybe? I doubt it. Yeah, see, there's not a bunch of people around here. There are a few. There are a few people hanging out here for Palace of the Dead stuff, I assume. But not a ton. I can't even remember what this part is. Like, is this a sync duty? Or a trial? Or I don't even remember what exactly this is. You're doing great, Hildy. And pray forgive me. I was right on Greg's trail when I encountered a subterranean curiosity that demanded my immediate attention. Sure you did. Leave my investigation forthwith, but in the meantime, might I trouble you to entertain Greg and his primal friend in my stead? Treaty blade from that knave. Yes, just go on ahead. I'll be along directly. Battle in the big keep. That's it. Oh, man. Let's see how long the wait for this one is. Battle in the big keep. About 12 minutes. Let's see if my friends are online and if any of them want to run something with me really quick. Yes, some of them are here. Just a sec. Okay. And now today, who wants to help me beat up Greg in the Hildy quest line? No, I think everyone might be gone.
Is anyone else here?
Yeah, I think everyone else might be gone.
I'm in the middle of a fight.
I haven't heard from Mello or Luco in a bit, so sorry, Ashman.
Both
Luco's
AFK.
cleaning.
All right, then. Guess I'll have to
Good
wait out a
luck.
12-minute duty timer. Yeah, I'm finishing up the last of the Hildy stuff, so I have to do the battle in the big keep.
I'm trying to knock out my weeklies on Aether.
Wow, you're getting that done early.
Well, there's a good chance servers get turned off early because of big patch.
Yeah.
Because I'm
Alright.
expecting like Monday all of it being down.
Yeah. Alright, then. See you guys after my stream, I suppose. Darn, most of them aren't even there. Oh well. 12-minute duty timer. Okay. I can wait that out. That's not terrible. In the meantime... Is that Amdapor hard? Is that what that other one is? I assume it is. One more night in Amdapor hard. So that's probably what that other duty... Yeah, one more night in Amdapor. Okay. That's easy enough. Alright, what do I still have left to do, even? Trying to think. What do I have on my list? Besides, no. Don't need that there anymore. Yeah, I still need to do the delivery Moogles. And try Second Coil Savage. That'll be a nightmare. There are extremes. None of this I can do today, but just looking at some things I still need to work on that I haven't done yet. Squadron missions I'll need to do eventually. That's definitely an off-stream thing, though. Oh, I could unlock those zones, but best to save that for its own stream. Or off-stream thing. Current hot beach treads, custom deliveries. I could start custom deliveries. That is a thing I could do. Let me start by hitting up the gold saucer for some dailies. I don't really want to try and do the... When I brought up my journal, there were a couple of things that were red. Those are some leaves. I don't want to go and do those because those are those terrible types of battle leaves that are like, you need to kill 3 enemies, and then you kill 3 enemies, and it's like, cool, now wait out a 5-minute timer until this leave finishes because we're not going to let you end it early. Like, those suck when you're waiting on duty queue times, because it's always just sitting there waiting for the leave to finish, and the duty's almost certainly going to pop in the middle of it, and you're going to have to fail the leave anyway. So may as well just not do them. Any events going? Actually, an event just started. Where is it? I don't see it anywhere. Maybe it was one of the stage events. It's already, like, done letting people queue up. Oh, or maybe stuff just hasn't loaded in yet. Yeah. Gold Saucer's been pretty busy with the Mog Tomes going on, and it looks like a bunch of stuff probably hasn't loaded in yet. Oh, yeah. This is slow loading. That's what this is. There should be gatekeepers around and stuff like that that I'm not seeing, too. Yeah. There's probably about 12,000 people standing right here. Look at my character still jogging in place. Yeah, this is purely that the place hasn't loaded yet. Oh, I'm doing the last Gilgamesh fight in the Hildy stuff, the battle in the Big Keep. But it's not too long of a timer, and I'm just, like, doing some gold saucer stuff while waiting. What was it? Slice is right. Yeah, it's going to be too late to join that. Those only stay open for a couple of minutes before they stop, and he's already cutting bamboo. Fitting that it's Slice is right going on right now, though. Yeah, look at these slow loads, man. Gold Saucer is packed these days with people trying to get, like, Mog Tomes and stuff. Gold Saucer is just crazy packed. Yep. Okay. Don't care. Back to this way. Oh, Jesus. The very, very slow triggering of, like, pelotons and stuff because of just the sheer quantity of people in this room is nuts, man. Hello there. Can you take these extra cards that I don't need? Thank you. Goodbye. And you. No. You. Mini cactpots. One, two, three. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Hey, come on. It's off to an auspicious start. Let's see if we can't keep that up. Of course we can't. That would be too nice for the game to actually keep that up for me. Yep, okay. 110K then. And, pretty sure I already did my jumbo cactpots on Saturday or Sunday, so there shouldn't be anything there, but I'll double check. God, every time I return to the saucer, I just remind myself that eventually I do need to do Mahjong. And I know how to play it, sort of now. I'm not great at it, but I know the basic rules and stuff. But, like, just the having to play Mahjong against other players and having to win occasionally against other players is, like... I mean, sure, if you want, Luco. I don't mind. Queuing back up. I still have like 6 minutes left in my estimated wait time anyway. Who's the... Elliot? Ow. Blam! Tiny baby potato just whacked this stupid thing. I like that it's also Greg. Like, the Yojimbo event was up, and then there's also the Cuffakers are gray. Is kind of very fitting. Oh, wait. Are you... No. Oh, yes, you are. Okay. There we go. I think I've already done my weekly challenge log for this, too, so that doesn't really matter, but I'm just blowing time, punching him in the face. Yeah, nice. Oh, I guess I haven't done my weekly challenge log for this. Oh, yes, because it's Wednesday. The challenge log just changed over yesterday. I can get another brutal. Almost. Oh, way too early. There we go. What about my... What was the other one I was thinking of? Where was it? I'll start those later. Can do that. Could do more leaves, I suppose. No guarantee I won't get terrible ones, though. Let's see if there's still any of the big Battlecraft leaves that I haven't managed to do already. I think I've done most of them, except the ones that I quit out of because they're just taking up space. I need to eventually go do on my own time again. How many? Any large-scale Battlecraft leaves I haven't already gotten? Nope. Nope. Okay, we'll do the normal battle leaves then. I'm just gonna grab them all. Realistically. Can't accept any more. Okay, I think that's 16 then. Oh, look at all those. Start off in Kurth's West. Like, may as well be knocking out leaves while I'm waiting anyway. Nope, that's Kurth's Central. Okay. Oh yeah, you use the birds to go to Kurth's West. Don't care. Just teleporting. Go ahead and move these around a bit so I don't have to look at them all. There we go. Oh! Oh wow, you have to have all your party members in the same zone to initiate leaves? I did not know that. I legitimately had no idea you had to have your party members in a zone with you to initiate leaves. That makes no sense. That makes absolutely no sense. Like, leaves are the easiest thing in the universe. You shouldn't have to have your party members with you for them. Oh well, do some hunts then. Oh man, I need to do my my machinist quests. There's like a whole chunk of my skills that are missing because I haven't done my machinist quests yet. That won't matter so much for the duty because it's going to be level 50. But like for level 60, I'm missing a whole chunk of my skill set here. Hi, Lugo. Luco came in with the blue mage. Just to, like, wreck everything. There's a Guno, welcome in. Hey, there we go. Lugo was stuck as a blue mage while we're trying to queue up. Last we need to get on the battlefield. Yay. Come to enjoy our tussles as much as I. Might not find this one so enjoyable unless you enjoy getting pounded senseless. Jeez. Oh, there we go. Much better. Let's do this. Not too bad so far. I don't know who's best to focus on or if we should just be splitting our damage up. Because we're kind of splitting our damage up at the moment. Do we need to get close or far? Can't tell. Ah, close. Okay. Legitimately did not know. Just stay away from there, shall we? Looks like I'm focusing on Kiru mostly. Ah, no, White Wind. Not good. We definitely don't want Kiru over there healing. Ow. Oh no, I got chickened. Ow. Oh, he's using missiles now. Great. Oh, and Kiru's White Winding again. And Kiru doesn't actually have too good of a White Wind, so it's okay. Just running around. Whew. God, someone who actually knows the mechanics? Oof. Oh, I'm freaking slowed. It sucks so much. This is going great. Yep, not just dragging along. Eerie Soundwave. And Kiru's got a lot of blue mage spells that I'd forgotten about. White Wind, Eerie Soundwave. You could probably learn a lot of your blue mage spells off of Enkidu. Now you could learn them other places, true, but... Oh, there we go. Oh boy. That fight went great. It was perfect. No notes. I was but seeking a more suitable spot to celebrate a victory. I fight like men and ladies who dress like men. Gilgamesh, it is transmogrifying time. Does a lot of weird transforming and stuff. I swear ever to grace Eorzea stands before you, by which I mean I, Greg, prepare yourself. Such a dork. Oh, this way. An eternity, yep. He did hard. You get the chain, get away from Greg before it is done. I like that everyone is officially just calling him Greg. Get away from Greg before it's done. Ground this mentor. Yeah, I haven't done this one in forever. Man, I don't even have Dismantle. Like, it's a good thing it doesn't matter that I didn't do my Machinist quests for Heavensward yet, because it doesn't matter. I don't have that stuff anyway. Grinding that roulette. Stuff like this, that's rare. It's a treat. Grinding out the, like, mentor roulettes or something. Not sure what we were supposed to do there. Maybe just get further away from him so it hits less hard. You got these stupid dragons. Yeah, this is actually not nearly as hard as the fight earlier with Enkidu was. Like, we were messing up mechanics constantly in that one. This one's pretty easy, honestly. Like, everything is clearly marked on the ground and all that sort of stuff. It's not too difficult. Do we not have a... Yeah, we have a couple of melees. Alright, they want to let me have the LB, I guess. But, like, whatever. No, that failed. Let someone else have it. Yeah, they already got it. Yeah, they can have it. Like, I might look like I'm the newbie because I'm watching the cutscenes, but, like, this is not the first time I've done this. Just the first time on this character. There we go. Enough expository banter. Full complement of arms would avail me, not my full complement of arms. 6 arms. 8 arms. He's such a dork. Yield to your unparalleled puissance. He's such a dork. Huzzah! Why all? Loot? What loot? Enkidu! Darn, didn't get Enkidu. Oh well. There you go, blessed light. You could have it. Oh man. See you all again. He's just cheering. Oh man, Greg is such a dork. Oh no, wait, Enkidu hasn't fully been rolled on yet. I did get Enkidu! Yay! I got Enkidu! Freaking green chicken. Thank you, Luco. Thank you very much for the help. You may have lost your primal, but you still have your chicken. Not, oh, I lied again, like a rug. Oh, I kill me. Not. It's like we've already left. Take that fusty old blade for all I care. There's for true power, and not save the strongest of swords will suffice. Sure, buddy. Worthy to put it, but I warn you, treasure every moment with your weapon. It's not my weapon. Sure, as day follows night, the hour will come when I claim it as mine own till we meet again. Also, my weapons are books. I don't think you want those. Like, I don't think he wants my books, so... Oh, how many... Have you seen Greg and his oversized avian companion? Lead me to them at once. They'll deliver the coup de grace together. Sure, buddy. Yep, definitely. Together. Triumphant news indeed. Clearly the lessons you have learned from me have not been for naught. Learned from me. Since you say the treaty blade lies hidden somewhere in the nearby wood. Ever loyal associate, for no buried treasure will escape the keen eye of Hildebrand. Now, which way was the forest again? Oh my god. Hi guys. How y'all doing? News of the primal and the treaty blade. You brought the two prisoners here handcuffed? Why? Which triumphantless of the Inspector Hildebrand enjoys similar success in finding the blade. Maybe. Design such craftsmanship was bold and powerful, yet sensitive and refined. I believe I found the inspiration for my next masterpiece. Beautiful, the greatest treasures of lost Silda. Think that they were locked away in the vaults of those that destroyed our homeland and dragged our ancestors' names through the mud. How did you come to know these long lost relics? Down in our family, left to us by our dear grandmother. So the four warriors of light, their four relics, and an incantation of untold power. If I wielded this magic of legend, Ellie, I might still have had the last laugh. And the words had no effect. Only a warrior of light can wield the power, so the legend goes. When given to see it, the ultimate achievement of the greatest mages this realm has ever known. Absolutely not the greatest mages, by the way. Literally, they were the cast-offs of the 5th era. Like, the 5th era mages might have been the greatest. The Alligans might have been the greatest. The Beladians were not. Rain casts open the doors of justice. The wise man whispers a verdict true. Azima's virtue shines down from the heavens. Complete the incantation. The warrior of light would then hold forth the treaty blade and speak, blade in hand, I swear unto you. Legends differ as to what happens next, but I'll speak of a great holy radiance shining down from the heavens. Yes, I... Hildebrand, agent of Enquiry, Inspector Extraordinary, returns with tidings most triumphant. Such a dork. Safe in my hands, none other than the treaty blade of the real one. This time I swear unto you. Oops, he said it. Yeah, just like that. I swear unto you. Then, bing. Whatever is this unsettling sensation? Ridiculous. Hildebrand isn't a warrior of light. He's just a fool who thought he could stop the lesser moon with his own bare hands. Yes, he is at that. See, the treaty blade is just as confused as the rest of us. It's not really sure. Someone stop it. I won't stand to see the legendary power of our forefathers ruled by this muscle-bound buffoon. Oh my god. Huzzah! Except... blasting off again! Skyward ho! Oh god, Hildy! The looks on their faces. So that proved to be a most useful incantation indeed. We're finally rid of that idiot. So light of justice that shone from the treaty blade banished the shadow, returning peace to the land. It banished the shadow, all right. So the legend ended. I must say, I never expected it to be quite literally a beam of light. I suppose it wouldn't have been much use to us after all. It's just like, oh, this is so dumb. Inspector, wait for me! No, shoot. Well, Hildy, first you almost die at your poor mother's feet. Now you fly off to God's nowhere without even giving her a kiss goodbye. Such an idiot. Case of wanderlust is once again struck Hildy, as it has many a Manderville man before him. Godspeed, my boy. The day comes you tire of mystery solving. Dear old man will be here to pass on to you the family art. Godbird's so great. Such a dork. So in the Sylvan incantation of legend was wielded not by a warrior of light, but a gentleman of light. Well, the treaty blade is some 6 centuries old after all. Perhaps it's not quite as sharp as it used to be. Maybe the treaty blade became stupid enough to just assume anyone who read the incantation was a warrior of light. Happy as beautiful Belladia was every bit as beautiful as I imagined. I could see it with my own eyes. Nothing short of a dream come true. Just rocketed him off into the sky. Bumbles and stumbles through yet another case, and still he manages to make a girl's dream come true. And yet somehow he manages. Gentleman to the end, the bloody bastard. Such a dork. This a glint to the corner of my eye, a curious scent wafting in on the winds from a far-flung land. Do I smell a case? Such such a dork. He's such a moron. Runs forever. Jesus, Hildy. Just rockets off to another case. Look at all that stuff. So useful. Sorry. Oh my god, the Hildy stuff is always so dumb. I love it. Really loses some of its hit with the with the music turned off, doesn't it? Oh well. Tiny goblin. Tiny goblin. Yep. Goodbye till next time, stupid Potato of Enquiry. I'll be there for you. Ah, no, not the stance. Achievements. I got 2 of them. Enough expository banter. And then gentlemen. Gentlemen. Plus... Excuse me a moment. Oh yeah, I picked up the book too. Ah, and Enkidu, of course. Hildy. And then I think it's Yes, indeed. Tiny, tiny gentleman of light. Can you, does he do anything? He must do the pose. Oh no, this one also has like the Nashi one that pops out from behind it and stuff. Yeah, he's just not doing anything at the moment, that's all. Anywho. Alright. But that is enough for the adventures of the Potato of Enquiry, and that is where we will call it for today.